What if somebody asks you, where is the first university? What would you say? Somewhere in the West? Oxford. What about Cambridge? Harvard University must be the first one, huh? Think, think deep. What if I tell you the first university was created by a woman in 859 AD in Morocco? Fatima al-Fihri. She was an educator, a wealthy woman who used her inheritance to build institutions that would offer knowledge to scholars from all over the world. It wasn't just a small school, it became a hub of learning subjects like medicine and math. The university is called Al-Qarawin University, and it is recognized by UNESCO and Guinness World Record as the oldest degree awarding university. That's right. It is older than Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard. And guess what? Scholars from Europe visited and studied its knowledge. When you look history books, especially European history books, many many history books actually talk about University of Bologna, which was created in 188 AD as the first European university. It was formalized academic learning and gave birth to the modern education system, especially higher education. But institutions like Al Qarawin University existed century before that. Education wasn't just happening in the West. Muslim civilizations were key players in preserving and expanding knowledge during the Middle Ages. So why don't we hear more about Fatima al-Fihri? Well, one reason, the mainstream history often overlook contributions from women and non-European scholars, but her legacy still stands. Today, Al-Qarawin University continues to operate in Morocco, teaching both modern and traditional subjects to students from all walks of life. I must admit, I never heard about Fatima al-Fihri and that she was the first woman who actually built a university way before Oxford and Cambridge. That's the only university that I knew at least. And the person who was telling me was giving me a little bit more, encouragement that I needed. I was feeling down and I was overworked, overloaded, and I was doubting myself. And he was trying to actually give me a little bit of, encouragement and saying, yes, you can do it because a black woman before you actually created a university, the first university that scholars in the West had to visit and learn and study its knowledge. So it was an eye-opening for me, and it actually inspired me to know that women before me had the courage and ability to create university way longer than me. And it is so amazing to share such kind of stories. To me, this story matters so much because I see Fatima al-Fihri, her story, to be the proof that women have always been pioneers in education and innovation. So whether you are a student, a teacher, an entrepreneur, remember that knowledge is a power. And if you are a woman and back in ninth century, able to create a university, that shaped the world, imagine what can you do? What can you achieve today? Well, the sky is the limit. In my personal belief, if I did it, if Fatima did it in 9th century, so can you. So please don't use any excuses. It can be difficult, it is very tough, it is lonely. But guess what? When somebody tells you, no, you need to rethink. Well, if you are struggling, why don't you recalculate? And it became too much, so why don't you leave it? If somebody says that to you, because they will, when you are struggling and you seek support, and the person that you go to ask help makes you tons of excuses, and sometimes it could be true, you know, we all are struggling in our own rights, but they actually, you know, discourage you, they try to put you off. Please remember that you have the ability to make it right, because they don't know what you are made of. You are a woman and you have the capacity to deliver it. Please tag a friend who needs to hear this, and let us share this amazing story, and let us celebrate the forgotten heroes like Fatima al-Fihri. Please share, like, and follow me.